Misfits. We're Pavi and Nami back again to help you crush unemployment and find that dream career. When we started this channel, we had one goal in mind. To talk about the stuff that no one talks about. Of course, we want to talk about like how to find a job, network, structure your day, etc. But the truth is, it's not always that pleasant. Things get real dirty.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to be like, you know what, this sucks, nothing's going right, and I hate everyone and everything. Believe me, we've been there and we continue to be in that zone from time to time. And honestly, the first few times we weren't prepared for it because no one told us we were going to go through that. So today we're going to give you 5 tips on how to prepare for that BS and deal with it.
Tip number 1, be realistic. Know that you could potentially fall into a pit of despair. Finding that dream job or becoming a successful entrepreneur is never easy or quick. It requires you to put yourself out there, take risks, and remember, failure and rejection are bound to happen. You might get to a point where you feel like there's no hope and nothing's working out, but you just gotta know that it's not permanent. If you anticipate it, build that strong armor, you won't be blindsided when it actually happens.
So how do you build that armor? Tip number 2, you have to plan for the emotional BS, and this is gonna be both internal and external. There are days when you will feel really angry, stressed out, sad, and you need a healthy outlet for it. Best way to dump your feels is just to write everything down. In fact, there's a whole article on this where you can schedule in time for that. It's called BS hours, so just look at the link below. So after you dump your feels, you have to move on. Also, you have to plan for the external BS, which is the problems that will develop between you and your spouse or your partner, whoever that is. It's time to have an open and constructive conversation about how you can actually deal with those emotions together.
Tip number 3, plan for the practical BS. When it comes to your job search or starting a business, make sure you have a realistic strategy and timeline. This should be tied into your financial plan. How much seed money do you have? What happens if you run out of money and you don't get a job or you don't start your business in the allotted time? I know this sounds grim and I'm not saying that it will happen, so calm down everybody. I'm just saying prepare for the worst case scenario. Whether that's pivoting, going back to school, or hiring a coach, you always gotta have a backup plan on backup plan, baby.
Tip number 4, do not play the victim. So we've all had that one friend, right, who something always seems to go wrong for them. Every person they come into contact with is a horrible person. Every job they've ever had, their boss has always been out to get them. So you have to wonder at some point, is it always external factors or is it just them? And are you that friend?
Are you talking about me?
Possibly. Okay, so if you are that friend, it's time to be honest with yourself. Think about what you can change. Maybe it's that your resume needs to change. Maybe your interview skills need to be brushed up on, or your networking skills. The reason I'm saying this is not to make you feel bad. In fact, if you shift your mindset and start to think that you're in control and you can change A, B, or C to get a different outcome, doesn't that feel a lot better than feeling helpless and sitting back like the situation's never gonna change? And there's a whole video on learned helplessness that you can check out.
Tip number 5, seek help. Guys, we get this. Sometimes the stress of being unemployed, being at a job you hate, or starting a new business can actually lead to harmful things like depression or addiction, and we do not want to downplay the severity of it. And if that happens to you, do not be afraid to seek help. Get a therapist or counselor if you have to. Maybe find that friend who always has your back. And if you really feel like you have no one to talk to us, baby! We love hearing from you guys, and we would love to point you in the right direction if we could do so. Just remember, you are not alone, baby. You is kind, you is smart, you is important.
Alright guys, we hope that this helped you feel a little better. The whole reason we started this channel is because we wanted to create a support system and a community of people who understand the pain and the stress, but also want a constructive solution out of it. And if you want to hear more content like this, give our video a thumbs up and also subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes! Also, if you want the long form version and you like to listen to stuff, check us out on iTunes, baby, or read the long form blog on bizlatte.com. You can connect with us on social media, email us, do whatever you have to. All the links are below. We'll see you next week with a brand new 5-minute hack. Bye!